Now, when we're completed with our project, one of the things, of course, we're going to want to make sure that we've done is that we've saved this project, and let's save it in the same folder with our other project. This is our DuPont slideshow. And now we're going to build a slideshow. Now we've got a lot of different slideshows we can build. You can see that we have Windows PC files that we can save out, DVD files that we can save out, CD files we can save out, portable device files we can save out, Mac files, mobile phones, and even other media, where here we can do all sorts of crazy stuff, like we can save out a Blu-ray disc format, which is pretty amazing. Anyway, let's go back to the Windows PC and look at some of the things that we have here. First off, we want to figure out where we want to save this slideshow. So we'll click on Browse and make sure that we've put this in the same folder with our project. We could also give it a name and call that DuPont slideshow. The next thing that we have are our formats, AVI, WMV, ASF, and MPEG. Let's use WMV because that's a nice Windows media format. Our resolution is going to be 640 by 480, which is pretty standard. And we could click on that and change it to a very particular size if we wanted, to our own size that we need. And then we can also change our frame rate. Because this is going to be shown on the internet, it's not a bad idea to have your frame rate be whole frames. 15 frames is actually appropriate. The next thing we want to look at is this encoder options. If I click on that, you'll see that we can use Windows Media 9 codec, which is appropriate. Video bit rate, let's take that down to 1024. For our sound compressor, we're going to use Windows Audio. And our audio format just says 8 kilobytes, 8 kilohertz mono, and that's really not so great, so I might actually increase that a little bit. Let's take it to something like 32 kilobytes or even 48 kilobytes, something a little bit nicer. Once we're ready, we've changed all of the settings we need, we click on Build Slideshow. And this will go through the process of converting this slideshow into a video file. Now it might take a little while, depending on how long your slideshow is, so just be patient. And when it's done, it will be done. And so let's go take a look. Here's the slideshow that I just saved out. I'm going to double click on it and play it. Now you'll see it's not the greatest quality.
Hello, this is Daniel Haywood, and I'm here to tell you all about the great hiking trails at Mount Mitchell State Park. Located about 30 to 45 minutes northeast of
So, in fact, this is really not a great quality, so we might want to check some other things that we could do. Let's try building this slideshow again. I'm going to save it out as an MPEG at 640 by 480. Click on the settings here. Average bit rate, 4000 by 9000. That's pretty big. We'll click OK. We could change that to 640 by 480. No, we'll just click on Build Slideshow and see what happens. So this is the hardest thing about making a video, is trying to figure out which settings are going to be the best. We're going to play with one other setting here in just a minute and see if we can get better quality. After this is finished, let's see that image. Now, that particular MPEG is 13 megs, so it's a lot larger, but you can see it's a lot better quality as well.
Hello, this is Daniel Haywood, and I'm here to tell you
it's a lot better quality. Now, the last format that we might want to save it at is using this AVI, and I'm going to go to encoder options, and I'm going to use XVID as my codec. And XVID is a really nice codec, and you'll see that I can do all sorts of different settings here. Single pass, pretty much if you keep it on the defaults, you're going to get pretty good results. So let's see what those results are like when we finish. So here's the results, and it actually makes a very large file, but a really nice high quality file. So we'll discuss in class what's the best format to save in.